we're going to get right into chapter 3 of the Linux Mint user manual, Windows ISOs, and Multiboot USB. This is it's a good chapter. Actually, I'm lying to you, it's not a good chapter. But if you've already made the change to Linux and you're missing Windows and you need the drug or that one piece of software that you have yet to find a substitute for, this might help you. So let's get right into it. Whether you want to make a USB stick which can boot multiple ISOs or simply boot from a Windows ISO image, we recommend using Ventoy. Love Linux Mint, right? I mean, I love Linux Mint. But there's times when the developers or the writers of this manual show a little bit of bias, and that's okay. We all have them. They recommend using Ventoy. So this chapter is not so much about making multi-boot USB drives or Windows ISOs and things of that nature, but it's more about how to use Ventoy. So let's do this. It's going to be fun. So Ventoy is an open source tool, and it creates a USB stick. One of these little guys. It makes this a hard drive, a bootable hard drive. And the stick contains an XFAT partition, which if you don't know what that is, it's okay. I don't know what it is either. And so you can create this multi-drive USB and put all different types of operating systems on it. When you boot on the Ventoy USB stick, the menu lists all the ISOs you placed on that partition, and you can boot any of them. Excellent. So let's scroll down here a bit. Let's see. It says here to go to the Ventoy release page. So if you download the Linux Mint user manual, and the link is in the description below, you can download this PDF file, which I've done. And on the PDF file, there is a clickable link here where it says Ventoy release page. So let's just go directly to that. All right, so we're on Ventoy. We find the latest release, and it'll be the one on the top. It says latest right there. See it? Latest. And then we can download the tar.gz. And that's because this one here will set it up for Linux operating systems. So click on that. And set it and download it right there. And once it's downloaded, you can decompress it. There's a Ventoy. You can see here, we're going to extract it. And hit the extract button. And extract. So I've already extracted it, so it's asking me to replace it all. And yeah, I'll replace it all just for fun. Just so that you can see that it's, what it does when it extracts. And it's going through all that. Okay, no problem. I always go to show the files. Not that I know anything. I don't. But I show it. And then our next order of business is after that, it says click on the decompressed Ventoy folder and choose decompressed Ventoy folder, this one here. And you can tell because it doesn't have the .gz anymore here. See, so it's been decompressed right there. So click on that and it says open in terminal. I hate using the terminal. So do you guys, because if you loved using the terminal, you wouldn't be on this page. And so we're going back to here. I know I'm cluttering up my workspace. So over here it's saying here we are. right click the decompressed Ventoy folder and choose open in terminal. So here it is there. Open in terminal is right down here. Your terminal comes up and it's right there. All right, I'm going to put this up in this corner here. Let's make it a little bit bigger just so that we can see things. I'm going to go back to here to see what else it says. And then it says, run the following command to start Ventoy. Sudo dot / Ventoy GUI dot x86 _ 64. That's the one. Copy it. Copy, and then go up here onto your terminal. Paste it. Hit enter. Give your password. Remember to check to make sure your caps lock is in the right position, and all that kind of stuff, and just hammer it in. And hit enter. All right, so here's the deal. So what's it say? Ventoy to disk, a whole bunch of stuff. Anyway, it's not finding this. It was looking for this, and it hasn't found it yet. So what they failed to do is tell you to put one of these in your machine. Okay, once it's in your machine, don't need that. Make sure it's a formatted one, just a blank USB, right? They don't tell you that either. Choose the device. Okay, there, blah, blah, blah. And then it says, choose the device which corresponds with your stick. So we'll go back to this thing here. If you didn't put your stick in beforehand like I did, and you put your stick in now, hit this little refresh button here, right? And then you can go on the down arrow, and it's going to find, oh, there it is, a 64 gigabyte USB drive right there. Okay. Ventoy in package, whatever. I don't understand what that says. It doesn't tell you in the manual what that means either. So it just says choose a device which corresponds to your USB stick and press the install button. And there I am installing. The device will be formatted and the data will be lost, of course. And then they tell you again, because they want to really make sure that this is irreversible, right? Whatever's on that stick is gone. So off it goes. And bring this back here. Ventoy is installing. Doesn't take that long. It really doesn't. Congratulations, Ventoy has been successfully installed onto the device. Congratulations. Okay, so at this point now we can close this. Don't know. Let's have a look at this sucker. And it's going to show you the same thing that we just went through. Blah, 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 blah. Once Ventoy is installed, USB stick should now be called Ventoy. Let's have a look at that. So you're saying if I open up this, it should say Ventoy under devices. It doesn't. Doesn't recognize that it's there. So I'm going to unplug it. I'm going to plug it back in. There it is. Yes, guess what? It says Ventoy. Yay. It says Ventoy. And Ventoy is empty. Good. Good. So now we can go back to here and it says, okay. Our user manual says that once Ventoy is installed, it should be called Ventoy. That took a lot. And then it just says copy ISO files to the stick. There you go. All right. Doesn't give me any more information because by this point we've gone 3 chapters in to the manual, and we realize that they're telling us to do things that they don't tell us how to do things. So they're telling us to copy ISO files on the stick, and you might say, what ISO files? Where do I get these ISO files? So iVentoy makes this tool that you can, start up operating systems with an ISO. Perhaps they also give us leads to find ISOs. So we're going to hear about Ventoy. And click on that. It's taking us out of GitHub. Here we are, Ventoy. Ventoy, simple to use. Blah blah blah. You can read this on your own leisure. On and on. I am thinking here that I am going to test it ISOs. Windows. So I'm going to full list for Windows here. I'll click on it. That didn't help me at all. That didn't help me at all. Didn't like that one. I really don't. That's crazy. You know what? I'm going to turn on another one here, and I'm going to put Windows 10 IS download. See what I get. Okay, let's have a look at my history. I do have a history. Okay. I didn't. Did I? I'm looking at my history list of where I got this thing, and there's this one here. Download Windows 10 disk image from Microsoft. Is that where I got it? Let's click on it. Download Windows 10 page. That's it. That's where I got it. So I went right here. I'll put the link down in the description, I think. Microsoft.com. Yeah. That's the ISO file. Let's confirm it. Select an edition. Windows 10 multi-edition. All right, confirm it. Yes. There we go. Select your product language. Yes, this is what I did. I'm going to go through all this. I'm going to say English International because I'm in Canada. I spell things differently. And then you pick your download here. Right? And then boom, boom, boom. On it, in it goes. Right? So do that. So download that file from Microsoft.com because this is what you have to do if you can't handle all this stuff. So once you've downloaded it, leave it downloaded. Don't alter it. Don't try and extract it. Don't try and do anything with it. All right, so download it. And then you go here. Downloads. So I downloaded mine and I put it in my ISO folder. See, these are all of my operating systems that I have found, that I've tried, because even I was running Linux Mint and I thought I want to try these other ones. So I had an extra computer kicking around and I would boot these up. So see here, there it is, Windows 10 I'm going to just pick it up here. I'm going to drop it down here on Ventoy. Boom. It's copying, and that's going to take a minute. So let it do its thing. I never understood why anybody who I'm trying to say this delicately. I don't know why anybody who decides to leave Windows to go to Linux would want to install or run any Windows projects. There, I said it. Why would you? So it's on Ventoy right now. Boom, just like that. Okay, so boy. Then it says boot on the Ventoy USB stick. If you think for a minute getting it to boot on a USB stick is easy, then you got another thing coming. I'm going to start by saying every manufacturer of computer hardware has a different kind of thing. You know, when you turn on your computer and you can press, I don't know, escape, F1, F2, F88, delete, insert, and whatever to get to the BIOS. Well, there's a boot menu there too. And getting to the boot menu, you've got to know what it takes. So I think it's F12 or F2. Invariably, I end up hammering on the keyboard until I get what I want. So now, this is the deal. This is a screen you're going to get when you successfully get to your boot menu. But that's all they got to say. Okay. You want to try this? This is going to be weird. So restarting. I'm hitting F12. See what happens. There it is. So we've got a choice here. We've got a hard disk. So I got 2 hard disks, and then I got a USB hard disk. That's the one I'm going to choose. And it says loading. There's Ventoy. It says in English International. That's it. There we are. And we hit Ventoy. Got it. And boots in normal mode. Blah, blah, blah. So we think everything's fine. There's Ventoy. Okay, so it's going to enter your language of the perform Microsoft. Right. If I say install now, you see, I'm hoping that it's going to work. Don't know if it's going to work. All right. I do not have a product key. All right. Don't you hate this? I hate clicking this button. I hate it. Should never have to click that button. Upgrade, install Windows, keep the files. Install Windows only. Okay, drive 0. Let's see, not this one. I don't know. Drive 0, partition 1. Total size 1 megabyte. No. It's none of those. It's not this one. It's not this one. Drive 0. It's none of those. I don't want that. I don't want it on my computer. And I'm not sure that this is not. Where do I want to? Because this here has got 2 drives on it, right? One of them has 463 gigabytes. I'm not installing on that one. I'm not installing on this one. Because that's my main machine. So this is what makes me not happy, that it won't give me an option to install it on a thumb drive like I was under the impression it would. So I'm not doing them. Windows can't be installed on drive 0 partition 2. Can't be installed on partition 3. Can't be installed on this drive. Windows can't be installed on partition 1, and it can't be installed on partition 2. It can't be installed because it will want us to format everything. So Windows cannot be installed on this disk. Select the disk of the GPT partition style. Windows must be installed to a partition formatted to NTFS. Windows cannot be installed on this hard disk space. The partition is an EFI. So I'm not, I can't go any further. So this sucks. Files. So I couldn't even install the Windows operating system on that flash drive. So in my ire, and it wasn't really anger, but I kind of resent wasting time doing something that, you know, seems simple. Seems so simple. You've got your Linux user manual and you just type in, you do what they say, and it doesn't work. So here's what happens. Here's what I do. See way down here? It says VirtualBox. So I'm going to open up VirtualBox. There it is. And so here you can go to the tools. You can add, and you can add whatever ISO you want to add. You add the ISO, and then it will install, and then you will forever have it. It's ready. It's there all the time. So now I can click on Windows 10. It's down here, which I powered off, that I had installed earlier in this week. And I can start it. Look at that. There it is. The thing that I escaped. The operating system that I don't loathe. This is complicated. I don't hate Windows. I just refuse to participate in it. Like anything else, you choose to participate in the life that you have. There it is. I've installed it. So VirtualBox. I think that's what I'm going to look at this next week. I'm sorry to do the same thing to you that the Linux user manual has done to you, which is tell you about something and to do something before explaining to you how to do what it is you need to know to accomplish the task I'm asking you to do. So once you have this on here, you can go ahead and do whatever. So this is it. This was a wasted chapter, but thank you for. I could not resist forcing you all to endure this chapter with me, because in the truth, the Ventoy, not worth a damn. I guess that's going to do it for chapter 3. But thanks for watching.